Today we're going to break down step by step how you can actually purchase a Web3 domain with a .crypto or .zil address, any of these different address on Unstoppable Domains, really getting rid of these centralized domain servers like GoDaddy, like Namecheap, like Google Domains. When I was first starting out in online business, I had to use places like GoDaddy or Namecheap, and then I kind of migrated over to Google Domains, which I think is very nice. But you have to pay for privacy, all these different things. And the integration isn't so nice, but with Unstoppable Domains, we're going to cover all the incredible benefits in this video and actually walk you step by step while I purchase a domain in this video and show you how this works. You have a lifetime access. You don't have to pay like renewal fees and all these different things like you do on Google Domains, which again, I think is the best out of the centralized domain services. But yeah, Unstoppable Domains is awesome. We'll also cover, the OKCoin, how you can set this up so you don't have to put your public key address if you want people to send you information. For example, like if you're putting this in your social media bios or your, I don't know, anything that you use in the crypto space, maybe a Telegram account, maybe a Twitter account. Instead of putting your public key address, you can actually have your own private crypto address. So let's say your name is Ben, you can have ben.johnson@crypto.com. So it's pretty awesome. Or ben.crypto. It's pretty incredible. So you'll kind of figure out with Unstoppable Domains all the amazing things. We're gonna hop over to my computer here in a second, show you again exactly step by step how I'm gonna purchase my domain. I'm gonna do it live in this video, and it's pretty awesome. I think the main benefit that I see is having your own ownership of this. It's not like they're hosting this. You have to understand that with Google Domains or one like this, you're basically leasing the domain, so they own it, and you're just kind of like renting it temporarily, and they can do whatever they want with it. So like if you're running a large company from a domain that you purchased on like one of these third-party providers, it's not really a good situation. You want to have, for kind of this new Web 3.0, you want to have your own domain. And I've actually considered doing a video, like what is Web 3.0 for anyone who doesn't really understand it. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Let me know if you've heard of Unstoppable Domains as of this point. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so once you're in Unstoppable Domains, which we'll have linked down below, you can see basically these are the applications that you can actually integrate with it. So OKCoin is basically an exchange right over here that you can see that can easily be connected with Unstoppable Domains. So the whole point here is not having to share your public address when someone's sending you funds. So again, the key thing here is you could have like Bob Smith at or .crypto. So like you can have any of these where people can actually send it without having to send it through some public key that you're like worrying about checking, double checking, triple checking 4 times, 5 times, just so you don't have any anxiety over that. Like just to have a very, very simple domain name to send something to. So just like any other domain provider, you go right here and you could go, like Bob Smith. I'm assuming this is taken, but a lot of these, since it's so early with this, they're available, which is so interesting. So like Bob Smith's.crypto is available, but for the sake of this video, what actually we're going to purchase today, and I'm going to show you is my domain name, which we'll get to here in a second. But like I was interested in this, like real estate decentralized finance, like Redefi. .zil is open, so like with Zilliqa they have that integrated, but with this .crypto it's taken. So you can see like view this on OpenSea. Some of them are like people are like reselling these domain names. So like if you're looking for like a country name, for example, like if you're looking for let's just say Argentina. So if you're looking for a country name, most of these, are going to be taken. Like this is obviously premium. So some of these are going to be released later. So you can add them to your watch list if that's so that one that you're really interested in. Here, let's try this. Trump. It's just interesting to look through these, like if you have a business idea or something like this, and the .com is taken. These are so worth it because you have to take into account that the standard one that's going on like Google Domains that's like around 12 is going on here for 40, but you have to realize you have to pay renewal fees every year with that. And again, as we talked about in the beginning, is you're basically leasing that. So when you're essentially borrowing it. So even though it says you're like paying for it, you really only have it for like a year, and then you have to pay renewal fees, all these different things. You don't really have privacy. But with Unstoppable, since it's through the blockchain, you have full control and there's no renewal fees. All domains are a one-time payment. Unstoppable domains have no renewal fees. And this is absolutely huge. If you have any questions, just you would hop over to here, which is actually really, really nice. They have 24/7 support.
Let's check out a few other of the features. So it's pretty straightforward overall. They also have the domain catalog, so you can see like what are some of the like top ones. But these are going pretty quickly, especially as like Web 3.0 rolls out even further. It'll be very very interesting to see how all these are going. If you get in early, like for example, Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, he got in very, very early on domains with .com. So he got like hope.com, he got something like strategy.com, he got like voice.com, alarm.com, and these now sell for like hundreds of millions of dollars. And when you're looking at something like this, where it's okay, like okay, how do we transition from .com and .org into this Web3? And this is where I really think like .crypto could play a role. But don't get me wrong, like some of these could be I'm not saying that you just because you get one of these for a set amount now that it'll be worth one of those one word domains were when a Michael Saylor was purchasing them up, because a lot of this has attention now, but still it's very very under the radar in my opinion. So let's go over to this. It should be over in my and you can basically see when it's in this section, you're able to use this. And there's multiple different options when you're at this, so you can do card, PayPal, with just crypto. And this is the most important one that I use in this space is the Crypto.com app, because what you can actually do here is like once you have it downloaded, once you have CRO loaded up, you can just hit this, and then if like on whatever other device, you can actually go on use the pay function, and when you do this, let's see, boom. Scan, and it's insanely fast. That's the nice thing. As long as you have CRO, and you actually have, it's the same as if you were using the physical card in this case, because you have a cashback reward. So whereas if you're using like something like a JP Morgan or Chase or Amex, any of these different ones that I personally use, with this you have 5% back, and it's not in like fiat currency. It's in actual the CRO. So it's pretty interesting as far as that goes. And you actually are able again to have this put back in something that is going to go up in value, not go down like a fiat currency that you're earning it back in if you're using one of these like a centralized payment service. So as you can see, it went really really quick. It had a one issue just that it timed out in the beginning, so I even redid it, and it literally took seconds. So once you have this set up with the receipt and everything, you can actually use this domain to receive your whatever you're trying to be paid in. So whether that's BTC, ETH, CRO, any of these different things, you just hook it up with OKCoin, which we'll cover here in a second. But yeah, these integrate really really easily. Once you have this set up, it's essentially like a home address you can be sent to, instead of having like a bunch of data inputs that a public key is, and you own it for life. That's the beautiful thing. And the other thing I did want to touch on is if you have one of these added in your cart, there are people that are scalping these, so they can basically use an algorithm to see which domains are being added to the cart, and they automatically purchase them when they leave your cart. I had this actually happen to two of mine that I added. So be careful of that. I would say if you find one, it's at a decent price, just go for it, because you do have this issue of people scalping them, and since they don't expire after a year, whoever picks it up can keep it for life. And again, when you're looking at just the .com boom with these original domains with the .com or the .org or the .io, the people that scooped up like the one-word domains or the shorter ones, were able to just resell them. So if you're using this for like a business purpose, I would say just have it reserved, because you'll have access to it for the rest of the time. So the next thing here we're going to do is move over to OKCoin and get this integrated. It's really nice because it really just simplifies things. I mean, as far as this goes, all you have to do is basically understand that the assets portfolio is what you're going to be linking, and essentially you're just replacing that the private key and the public key that you'd be using with this .zil or .crypto domain. So with this, you'll basically be able to deposit and withdraw via this, and with any other exchange, you're able to do this as well. So if you go, for example, on the withdraw function, when you're over here, you basically just enter in that same one you had over here. So for us, it would be INV global YPTO, and that way it basically links exactly to your wallet from that domain. So another way to do this is with MetaMask. So if you would like to see a tutorial on that, I can record one. But for this video, we'll just keep it to OKCoin. So if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. As always, Invest Global, and until next time.